Today, on the Artist Proof Cube Reveal series, we shall be focusing on an artist very special to the Markov family. In fact, my Uncle Sorin has graciously brought in a couple of paintings for everyone to see. Say hi, Uncle Sorin.
My bloodline flows through you.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Show some respect!
Anyway, let's just focus on the paintings here today. These two pieces are by today's artist of note, and as you know, they are both of my great-grandpa Edgar. It's jarring when you see them next to each other, really, isn't it? I mean, one of them he's in his prime, and the other, he's looking so,
Weak.
That's not funny, Uncle Sorin. He has been wandering the halls during the day and getting lost, and I've even heard that the servants had to start using rubber sheets on his coffin. Excuse me, allergies. And it's the artist of both these pieces who we will be focusing on today, Volkan Baga. Baga is a brilliant artist, and his impact goes much further than vividly capturing Grandpa's spiral into dementia. Excuse me, Fibblesip, turn on the lights quickly. We start with what Baga is known for, the Moxes. We have Mox Opal and Chrome Mox. Both cost 0 mana. Opal reads, add 1 mana of any color, but only if you control 3 or more artifacts. Chrome Mox has the ability of imprint and says you can exile a card from your hand, and then use the Chrome Mox to tap for one of any of the imprinted colors on the card colors of your mana pool. Fun fact, exile a multicolor card, and you can choose a new color each turn. And on the back we have Baga's sketch recreations of both of his Moxes. These sketches really show off how skilled Baga is at laying the groundwork for his pieces. Next we have a card that is guaranteed to lead to a fistfight, Mindslaver. For 6 colorless, you have a legendary artifact that, when you tap for 4, causes you to sacrifice Mindslaver, and you control target player's next turn. And if anyone has ever fell victim of this card, they can attest the horrific art is very much a fair representation of the experience. Mindslaver, a card with more salt than the Dead Sea. Forever Young. We have a black and 1 mana sorcery that says put any number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library. And here we have Queen Ayara looking into the Cauldron of Eternity, and looking quite youthful. But look closer. Her hands, her hair, her sagging breasts. I mean, seriously, they're about to slide into the cauldron. So let's focus on a nice sketch of Ayara in her more youthful guises. So lovely, yet so sinister, and I am definitely not haunted by the grandma memories. Not at all. Oh my god. Increasing Ambition. For 4 and a black sorcery, you can search your library for a card and put that card into your hand. If the spell was cast from the graveyard, instead search for your library for 2 cards and put those cards into your hand. Then shuffle. Flashback 7 and a black, and you can cast it from your graveyard, and then you exile it. Innistrad. It's the only place in the multiverse where you're guaranteed to find somebody conjuring a demon on a daily basis. And let's look at the demon on the back. Is it Withengar or my ex-boyfriend? I'll give you a second to guess. Are you ready? Do you know? It was a trick question. The answer is both. I briefly dated Withengar in the 1400s. But don't judge me. People do stupid things for a set of abs like he had. I mean, seriously, you get great cheese on it. Next on our list is Dwinnen's Elite, a 1 and a green 2/2 elf warrior that when entering the battlefield, if you control another elf, a feat I think might be impossible not to do when playing green, create a 1/1 elf creature token. And here is our gal herself in sketch form, looking regal and sexy as she lets you know that you're 1 second away from being split open like a cantaloupe. Next up is Anticipate. 1 and a blue sorcery that says look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. We've seen this card before, but never with art so sinister. This mage is not just stopping a sword attack with her palms, but she's using the sword as a conduit for her potent magic that is primed to electrocute her enemy Minotaur. And while self-defense is one thing, take a closer look at her expression. That is the face of someone who is very comfortable with what she's doing, and Baga's close-up only drives this point home. This mage is evil and rude. Electrocuting someone should be a solemn affair when it's happening. Then you go home and laugh your head off. And shall we delve even deeper into the darkness with Sunken Hope, a 3 and 2 blue enchantment that says, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, That player returns a creature he or she controls to their hand. And all hope is sunken in this provocative painting, which feels extremely violent without a single drop of blood in it. And then the flip side has the knight in a moment of mourning or guilt or grim duty. We can't be sure. It's time to unsink our hopes. So the final card we have for today is Teferi, Mage of Zalfir. That's right, he's not a planeswalker here, but for 2 and 3 blue, he is a 3/4 human wizard with flash that says creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. And again, Baga captures the artwork with the most minimal of lines. It's really a remarkable use of brevity with his pen. I hope you've all enjoyed today's lesson on Volkan Baga. I know it really opened up some deep allergies that I have been repressing.
Sorrow is wasted on the weak.
Okay, fine, I'm sad. But what about Avacyn, Uncle Sorin? How did that make you feel?
You cannot hurt my hollow soul.
Liar! When you put Avacyn to sleep after she got the space rabies, you cried like a baby every night. For 3 weeks. We could all hear it through the walls.
You should be proud to have come so far.
Has anybody ever told you two you'd make a great couple?
Together, we are unstoppable.
And you smell well aged.
Class dismissed.